So I was gonna use my little cart so I could like move this inflatable to my truck, but we're doing a stream test today. We're gonna take this inflatable, we're gonna run it through Oysters, oyster bed. I'm gonna use my Bisbee because it's waterproof, just in case something happens, I deflate and go underwater. The Bisbee is waterproof. So let's go test it out. I just drag it. Let's go. No. We're gonna do a stream test today, guys. Look at this. We're gonna start right here.
This is an inflatable, and I'm gonna treat it like
just dirt. It's actually less damage than the other kayak. So far, inflatable is winning. All right, I'm just gonna put the Bisbee here. Decided to put the Bisbee in case we deflate completely, and at least the Bisbee is waterproof. It's gonna survive the day. We're gonna go into position now to test this thing against oysters. It's gonna be special. Inflatable versus oysters. Who would have thought? All right, guys, look at the oyster bed. All right, that's gnarly. Look, it looks crazy. So what I want to do is two things. I'm gonna run that kayak over through the oyster beds and then this inflatable, and it just happened that the tide is coming in. Don't stop, keep going. Don't stop, just keep going. Okay. Good job. Now do it again. I'm gonna push it back. So we did one, so he's gonna come back and do another route, and then we're gonna survey the damage after we run the two boats through this oyster bed. Look at that, those are sharp things. I might wanna wait until the tide is a little high so I could run it through, really like through here. We'll see. Come in. All right, stay there. Whoa. Hopefully what we're doing is not illegal. So we got extra weight, and you could hear the plastic being all right, so we got Kuden coming this way, and I want to do the first oyster test, but I really want to wait until the water is like covering that area over there, so just run through it. Let's go. Inflatable over oysters. You hear that? Do you hear that? Tuck, tuck, tuck. That's the inflatable touching the oyster. There's one in front of me. Listen to that. I'm actually on top of one right now. You hear that? Yes. Let's run over again. Didn't feel bad at all. Man, this current is crazy, dude. Let's see what we get here. Let's go, boys. Let's run over the oysters. You hear that? That's oysters, and I got stuck, which is worse. Got stuck again. There's one over there. Man, this is hard work. I might just have to enlist the Bisbee. We did some adjustments. Got the B-speed now where I think should be a little above the water, so we could go and do this test. All right, tide came in. We are gonna run it through. All right, B-speed still pushing. Was still pushing. You hear the crackling. It's impossible to do the perfect test because the water will have to be at the perfect level to really like just run it through like a knife, which means the odds of you getting stuck on a oyster bed and killing your boats are like basically none, because I'm trying to do it on purpose here and having a hard time doing it. You hear that? I'm going over the oysters. Let's go at speed, guys, and see what happens. This is a good 4 miles an hour right here. I got stuck again. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right. We're basically on top of oysters. Okay, on top of oysters. If the oyster were gonna do anything to this boat, it would have done it already. I'm bouncing on top of oysters. Hello, oyster. Hello. Hi. Hopefully I'm not damaging the oysters. The oysters. We have spent the last hour trying to run this thing over these oysters perfectly. Kind of like, and I don't think we have a perfect shot yet. I'll tell you everything you need to know. The odds of you running through this thing like a sharp knife that is being held by something strongly are negative 5,000. Let me explain. Look at this lobster right here. Lobster. Look at this. Look at this oyster right here. My finger. See what happens? See, I'm breaking it with my fingers. Yeah, it's sharp, but not strong enough to be able to destroy your craft. Seriously. My God. Of course, some of them will be sharp and they're gonna cut you, but like, it's not like there's some kind of like fixed needle that is strongly held by something else, and it's not gonna move out of the place to puncture your boat. Can you get punctured by oysters? I mean, lucky shot, could happen. Anything happens. But I just don't feel like after this test, I don't feel like the fear anymore. I got the boat on top of oysters, man. Seriously. Let me see what the oyster regulations are. All right, guys, let's take this thing out of here through those rocks, fully inflated, and see what happens. See what kind of damage we have. If we don't have any damage at all, this thing is, you're not gonna break it. Let's just put it that way. We just finished the test. I just took my boat from there and my camera's still there, showing you this so you don't be like, oh, you filmed it before you got on the water. No, this is after. Okay, I was gonna remove the stuff from the boat so I could flip it over, but I'm gonna flip it over right now. You know what? Right here. Let's survey the damage. Let me put a little flashlight here. All right, so let's look here on the bow. I see some like little thingies and minor stuff, nothing deep. All right, let's keep looking. Maybe we should put some water in here. But let me get the water thing later, because you guys gonna start saying, oh, you just change up the footage. I'm not changing nothing, dude. Okay, I dragged this thing a lot through here. I don't see any damage, man. I don't see any air coming out of the craft. The bottom, like the middle piece, I think this is like from gluing and stuff, but the middle pontoon is like clean, man. This is probably an oyster something, I don't know. Look, there's a little, dude, like, I mean, you could do this test yourself. Just get any rubber, right, and try to like cut it out with a knife, and you'll see the hard time that you're gonna have. This is basically that. This is a rubberized thick cover material that is protecting these tubes. After this test, dude, I got no problem taking this thing 10 miles out. That's my limit for small watercraft, because I want to be able to paddle back if something goes wrong with the engine or something like that. So 10 miles out. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go all the way into the back country in the Keys with this thing. Make sure I have a nice trolling motor, outer boat in the front as a backup, and then boom. Well, I know I could paddle it from the front, no problem. So if anything, I just stand here in the front and paddle it out. Now that you saw this, I'm gonna clean it up with some water, and then I'm gonna survey again. You guys are so worried about that right there. Okay, we went through the whole entire thing here. We didn't find anything damaged like that. Nothing crazy. Look, it's super clean, right? Look again. Super clean. No gouges, nothing. Let's look at the plastic. Yeah. You see this? See that? That happens to any plastic kayak, by the way. Just cut out like that. Look, pieces. Over here too. Over there. So the plastic is softer. Look at this side. Look at this side. This was an oyster, by the way. I could tell. I knew it. I knew that the oyster were gonna do some work on this plastic because it's softer than that rubberized inflatable thingy. I feel like, and I could be wrong about this, but I feel like the material used on inflatables are harder. The problem is, it's soft, it's air, so if it gets punctured, the air will come out, but there's no air here. But if you get punctured here, it's gonna take on water. It's gonna sink. If you get punctured here, you got multiple air chambers. All this to say, it looks to me like inflatables, well-made inflatables with extra protective layer are safer than plastic kayaks. I've been on kayaks all my life. Not all my life, but all my recent life. I'm trying to think where this may be different. Like, is a plastic kayak safer than an inflatable, well-made inflatable kayak? Probably not. Probably not. I'm free to come back here and change my mind on this. But like, this right here, that tells me inflatables are probably safer. And I'm talking about the inflatable that you buy from Walmart that is $5 and it's thin as that paper bag. Talking about an inflatable like that, well made with extra layers and 5 tubes or 4 tubes of air that if something happens, air chambers, something happens, you still got 4 more available, right? That's what I'm talking about. Premium, well-made inflatable boats. And I'm talking about the one that you buy off Amazon for $80, okay? Like, think of this as your tires on your car. If you rub it a lot, eventually they're gonna wear out, but it's gonna take forever, and you're not supposed to, just pull it out like I did. It survived the test without any major damage whatsoever. Well, the kayak can't say the same thing. Yes, I got this thing for free, but that is work. I don't make any money unless you watch the videos and there happen to be ads in there, or you decide to buy one because you love it and use my affiliate links and coupon codes, Aliex Folgueira, by the way, save you 5% on this. And that sales get attributed to me. That's how I make money. So if you don't buy it, if you don't watch the videos, I make no money. These companies, they're not paying me extra. As a matter of fact, every time I get a kayak or anything, I start negative because I either had to go drive get it, or I had to pay to make the videos that I had to make, or I had to buy a camera, or God knows what is it that I had to pay. Like, I started with a negative balance. And then those videos, a lot of times, they make $10, $15, and sometimes you get a sale. The only reason why I'm able to keep this up is because I have so many little videos out there getting me $10. And eventually these kayaks, I do have to sell them. Maybe some of them take 4 years, maybe some of them take 6 months, but I do have to get rid of them because I don't have a use for them anymore, or I need the space. But like, forget all that. The most important thing for me is that if I influence you to buy a product, that you do buy it through my affiliate links, and the most important part there is that you're actually happy with it, that you actually get the product, take it on the water and enjoy it. And if later you have to get rid of it for no reason, well, you do it. That doesn't matter. Like, if you see me, we started with the Bisbee, now we got the Newports, right? You're all great. That's no problem. I love that. I just want you to be happy, and I just also want to get compensated for my work, not because of any egos, but because I want to keep it up. I want to keep doing this. This is my job. And if there's no money on a job, you can't do it, right? So that's why I want to get compensated, because that's the only way now we keep this going. On that note, donations are always welcome. There's a bunch of ways to do it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.